We go to Blair Academy for this coaches versus cancer clash, and Ross Danzig gives Blair Academy an early 5-2 lead over PDA as he drains his three-pointer from the right wing for the Bucks. Then Blair pushes its lead to 6, 8-2 here as Joe Hart converts his nice catch-and-shoot three-pointer from Marcus Jones. And the Bucks take a 12-4 lead after one quarter as they hold for the last shot and watch this great pass by Marcus Jones as Mark Pavakwa finishes with the left hand and Blair leads by 8. Okay, second quarter we go and watch Ross Danzig get the roll on this runner to the basket as he rattles it in to give Blair Academy a 10-point lead, 20-10 over the Storm. But PDA's big man Jerry Strait spots up and cans the tray here from the top of the key, and the Storm trail by 7, 20-13. And Princeton Day Academy caps a 10-0 run here as Josh Cameron hits his pull-up three-pointer from the right side of the arc, and we are knotted at 20. Cameron works his magic again here from almost the same spot as he converts from downtown, and the Storm takes a 23-22 lead over the Bucks. Now watch Joe Hart run the break here for the Bucks as he finds Ross Danzig on the right wing, and the Pennsylvania product buries the three, and Blair goes up 27-23 at the half. Third quarter action we go. When late in the period, watch Dante Thomas send this kick-out pass to Matthew Ward-Hibbert, and he drains the tray to make it 37-33 PDA, as PDA takes a 37-35 lead after three quarters. All right, fourth quarter action, and PDA finds his big man down low, Bashil Fernandez, as he converts, and he's fouled, and the Storm increases its lead to 40-35. And off the inbounds play, Dante Thomas cans this runner in the lane, and PDA takes a 44-36 lead over Blair. Okay, Blair needs a bucket, and watch this great entry pass from Marcus Jones to the big fella in the paint, Lionel Gomez, and the Siena-bound senior scores, and he's fouled, and Blair trails 44-43. Big bucket right there. All right, time's ticking away, and the Bucks trail by 1, but Joe Hart steps up and hits his huge three-pointer to give Blair a 46-44 lead, but PDA wastes no time. They rush down the court as Kareem Story uses his body. He converts, and we go to overtime tied at 46. Wow, what a finish to this one. Okay, one overtime didn't do it in this one, folks, and we go to double overtime tied at 51, but not for long as McCall Tomine hits his big three-pointer, and the Storm goes up 54-51. And Tomine puts the final nail in the coffin here with another three as PDA goes on to a hard-fought 66-59 double overtime win over the Bucks.
We came out expecting a tough game. We came out of the gates real well, up 10, and then maybe went a bit slow in the third quarter, came back from a tough loss, and just didn't make shots down the stretch. So, we made some big plays, took some big charges, and maybe a few questionable calls, but that's happens, and we're going to come back strong against Northfield tomorrow. So
I was proud of the way we played, and I said when we were down 8, when we called the timeout, I said we're going to see what we're made of here. Down 8 against a very talented team, frankly, a more talented team than us. And the fact that we got stops and got charges and came back and made some big shots, had the game won there and let them come down and score at the end. So I was disappointed with the outcome, but I was very proud to be on the Blair bench with the effort we gave.
This was a terrific ball game tonight, and Joe Hart from Blair Academy had a huge three-pointer to help send this game into overtime.
We just needed a quick shot. We never intended to take the last shot of the game. We wanted to get a score as quick as we could because we were down, obviously. So after I made the shot, we just didn't realize how fast he was, and we forgot to go back in transition, and unfortunately he made a big bucket for them and put us back tired. So
he gets up at 6 a.m. about 3 or 4 mornings a week. There's nobody in our program that has shot more shots in the last 12 months than he has, and that's why you put all the work in. That's why you shoot 1,000 shots a week, is so that you can take big shots at ends of games when you're tired. And I'm confident with him shooting them, and he's certainly confident, more importantly, in making them.
Although the Bucks fell in double overtime to a very good team from Maryland, Princeton Day Academy, Coach Joe Montagna was pleased with the team's effort.
The big picture is there's no one in our league that's even close to as talented as this team. The big picture is, are we going to crumble when we're down 8 in a big game? Are we going to be able to make plays? The big picture is, are we going to get down on each other when we're down 8 and start pointing fingers, or are we going to react together? And so I thought, a lot of tests were passed. The ultimate test, winning the game, was not. But, I feel great going forward after this effort. I don't feel great about the loss, but I think it's a great building block, and, that's why we do it. We want to win in February. We're not getting any awards on going undefeated. We're not, scheduling a bunch of guys that can't play. And this is going to make us battle-tested later on.
This tournament, Coaches versus Cancer, was started about 5 years ago. It's a great fundraiser, but also helps his Blair basketball program improve.
This is tremendous. Coach Montagna does a great schedule for us. With these teams, no one in the Maple will be able to beat that Princeton Day team, and we came close to beating them in regulation. So it's tremendous for us to play teams of this caliber and get ahead for the season.
We started doing it about 5 years ago. We've raised over $10,000 for Coaches versus Cancer. I'm sure we raised, based on how many people were here today, a couple of grand tonight. You know, we try to teach the kids here that there's more to the world than them. And while we're very focused on what we're doing, we want them to be focused on, you know, the needs of others and what we can do to help the greater good. And so that's why we get as much out of running the tournament as, you know, Coaches versus Cancer gets the money. I mean, I think it teaches our kids a great lesson about, you know, a greater cause in themselves. And, you know, with adolescents, sometimes we all have to be reminded that there's a world out there, especially here in the Blair bubble. So, I think it's a great cause and great for our kids.
His Blair team came in a little bit nicked up tonight, but they gave a great effort.
We played 8, and 2 of them were about 50%, you know. Listen, I give them a lot of credit. They battled too, the other team, but I was happy with our effort. I mean, I thought we were one defensive transition possession away from winning that game. You know, frankly, I played my injured guys a little bit more than I wanted to, but I thought when we had a chance to get the big upset, we had to kind of roll the dice. I don't know what we'll have left tomorrow for Northfield Mount Herman, but again, I was very proud of the effort, and I was proud of the way we played together. You know, I mean, it wasn't like one guy brought us back. It was team defense. A number of guys made big shots down the stretch, and if you're going to be good, that's how you have to play.